Gene prediction methods. Empirical methods. In empirical, similarity, homology or evidence based gene finding systems, the target genome is searched for sequences that are similar to the extrinsic evidence in the form of the known expressed sequence tags, mRNA, protein products and homologous or orthologous sequences. Given an mRNA sequence, it is trivial to derive a unique genomic DNA sequence from which it had to have been transcribed. Given a protein sequence, a family of possible coding DNA sequences can be derived by reverse translation of the genetic code. Once candidate DNA sequences have been determined, it is a relatively straightforward algorithm problem to efficiently search a target genome for matches, complete or partial, and exact or inexact. Given a sequence, local alignment algorithms such as the BLAST, FASTA and Smith-Waterman look for regions of similarity between the target sequence and the possible candidate matches. Matches can be complete or partial and exact or inexact. The success of this approach will be limited by the contents and accuracy of the sequence database. A high degree of similarity to a known mRNA or protein product is strong evidence that a region of a target genome is a protein coding gene. Extensive sequencing of mRNA and protein products are required to apply this approach systematically. In complex organisms, only a subset of all genes in the organism's genome are expressed at any given time, meaning that extrinsic evidence for many genes is not readily accessible in any single cell culture. Many hundreds or thousands of different cell types must be studied in order to collect extrinsic evidence for most or all of the genes in a complex organism, which itself presents further difficulties. For example, some human genes may be expressed only during development as an embryo or fetus, which might be difficult to study for ethical reasons. Despite these difficulties, extensive transcript and protein sequence databases have been generated for human as well as other important model organisms in biology such as mice and the yeast. For example, the RefSeq database contains transcript and protein sequences from many different species, and the Ensembl system comprehensively maps this evidence to human and several other genomes. Ab initio methods. Procedures utilizing properties of the DNA sequence alone in order to predict locations of genes are termed ab initio methods and may additionally incorporate information from homologous regions of related genomes. Ab initio methods utilize only intrinsic methods, that is, properties of the DNA sequence itself. An alternative to ab initio gene finding is to incorporate expression information such as ESTs, cDNAs or tiling arrays termed extrinsic information. Ab initio gene prediction is an intrinsic method based on gene content and signal detection. Because of the inherent expense and difficulty in obtaining extrinsic evidence for many genes, it is also necessary to resort to ab initio gene finding, in which genomic DNA sequence alone is systematically searched for certain telltale signs of protein coding genes. These signs can be broadly categorized as either signals, specific sequences that indicate the presence of a gene nearby or content, statistical properties of protein coding sequence itself. Ab initio gene finding might be more accurately characterized as gene prediction, since extrinsic evidence is generally required to conclusively establish that a putative gene is functional. In the genomes of prokaryotes, genes have specific and relatively well understood promoter sequences or signals such as the Pribnow box and transcriptive factor binding sites, which are easy to systematically identify. Also, the sequence coding for a protein occurs as one contiguous open reading frame, which is typically 100 or 100 base pairs long. The statistics of stop codons are such that even finding an ORF of this length is a fairly informative sign. Furthermore, protein coding DNA has certain periodicities and other statistical properties that are easy to detect in sequence of this length. These characteristics make prokaryotic gene finding relatively straightforward, and well designed systems are able to achieve high levels of accuracy. Ab initio gene finding in eukaryotes, especially complex organisms like humans, is considerably more challenging for several reasons. First, The promoter and other regulatory signals in these genomes are more complex and less well understood than in prokaryotes, making them more difficult to reliably recognize. 2 classical examples of signals identified by eukaryotic gene finders are CpG islands and binding sites for poly A tail. Second, splicing mechanism employed by eukaryotic cells mean that a particular protein coding sequence in the genome is divided into several parts, exons, separated by non-coding sequences or introns. A typical protein coding gene in humans might be divided into a dozen exons, each less than 200 base pairs in length and some as short as 20 to 30. It is therefore much more difficult to detect periodicities and other known content properties of protein coding DNA in eukaryotes. Advanced gene finders for both prokaryotic and eukaryotic genomes typically use complex probabilistic models such as the hidden Markov model in order to combine information from a variety of different signal and content measurements. The Glimmer system is a widely used and highly accurate gene finder for prokaryotes. GeneMark is another popular approach. Eukaryotic ab initio gene finders by comparison have achieved only limited success. Notable examples are the GeneScan and GeneID programs. The SNAP gene finder is HMM based like GeneScan and attempts to be more adaptable to different organisms, addressing problems related to using a gene finder on a genomic sequence that it was not trained against. A few recent approaches like mSplicer, Contrast or mGene also use machine learning techniques like support vector machines for successful gene prediction. They build a discriminative model using hidden Markov support vector machines or conditional random fields to learn an accurate gene prediction scoring function. Ab initio methods have been benchmarked, with some approaching 100% sensitivity. However, as the sensitivity increases, accuracy suffers as a result of increased false positives. Single genome methods. Given only a single genomic DNA sequence, we can perform gene prediction by first identifying all the possible boundary signals, linking these together into syntactically valid gene passes, scoring all such possible passes and then selecting the highest scoring pass as the final prediction to be emitted by the program. This is essentially the strategy of all ab initio gene finders, though for efficiency reasons a full enumeration of all possible passes is either not performed or is performed using an algorithmic trick known as dynamic programming. The process of finding putative boundary signals, that is start or stop codons and splice sites, is termed signal sensing. The simplest method of signal sensing is the common sliding window approach used with position specific weight matrices PWMs. This particular PWM consists of 7 positions, with each having a distribution over nucleotides which can occur at that position in the sliding window. Since this PWM is intended for finding donor splice sites, the 4th and 5th positions accept only G and T respectively. The other 5 cells are nucleotide distributions which reflect compositional biases at the corresponding positions, flanking true donor sites in the organism of interest. Multiple genome methods. Whereas some ab initio gene finders utilize only the gene sequence of the target genome in making their predictions, others utilize additional information in the form of observed cross species conservation at either the DNA or the amino acid level. Such conservation, when observed between sufficiently distant species, is assumed to result from the effects of purifying selection operating on homologous regions of heterospecific genomes. Systems utilizing this information are known as comparative gene finders, since they compare the target genome to the homologous regions of related genomes.